Hey there, everyone. Welcome to episode 670 of the Mike from Maine show, the place where we do daily interviews with successful online entrepreneurs. This is your host, Mike Thomas, and today on the show, we have Neil Napier on, and we're going to be talking about a really easy to use tool that's going to allow you to create animated and video banner ads for your advertising campaigns. We're also going to be talking about how Neil was able to make $28,000 by putting a simple animated ad inside of his members area, and how you can do this now for really cheap and not have to pay thousands of dollars for outside people to do it for you. There's also going to be a link above the interview, so at the end make sure you click on that and sign up and find out how he was actually able to drive free traffic to his ads as well. Let's get into it. Here's Neil. We are here today with Neil Napier. Neil, welcome back to the show.
Hey, thank you for getting me here, Mike.
You're very welcome, Neil. Neil's been on the show many times before. He's always putting out excellent software products to help out his own business and our businesses as well. Today we're going to be talking about a piece of software that's going to allow you to create really cool ads that million-dollar, billion-dollar businesses are using in their marketing practices, and now it's going to be brought down so that normal people like us are going to have access to that technology. Today, let's go and start off by reading off the sales page headline here, Neil, where it says, "Revolutionary animated ad creator simultaneously creates first ever video banner and Facebook ad campaigns." And then it says here, this is what I'm really interested in: watch the video below for a proven $28,000 case study. So bring us into this, Neil, and then let's talk about these results that you've had.
Sure. So I'll just give you some background on why we created this. I think it's quite kind of important to talk about that. So, you know, in our business, we use a lot of different tools. We run paid ads, we run free ads, we do all these sorts of different things. And for quite a lot of time, I noticed that the market was getting a bit jaded with static ads. You know, if you keep showing the same ad over and over again, it starts to get into the ad blindness mode where people don't react to it anymore. So I realized we had to create something new. So whenever I would go to a new website, I would, you know, try and see if they have something that really stands out, if it grabs my attention. And I saw sites like BBC or CNN and even YouTube using what I now call interactive ads. So ads which has video embedded in them, ads that have an audio as well. So I was quite keen as to how they're doing it. And I started looking around trying to find some examples of software that would allow you to create ads like these. I did find one actually, but you know, when I contacted their sales team, their prices that they were looking at was a few $1,000s to tens of thousands of dollars to work with them monthly. And they would just give you a platform to create ads with. And I mean, you know, I watched a demo of that. They showed me live on call. It was a bit complicated for me. So we kind of came back in and we decided, okay, you know what? We have to create something like this for ourselves, because the only way to be able to do it the way we want to is to have our own software. And while we were doing this research, a movie came out called The Avengers. I'm sure most people know it. Yeah, I mean, it was $1 billion movie, you know, made a lot of money. And one of the biggest marketing campaigns was using interactive ads on different websites. So ads that would actually have a video trailer in them, you know, date of the launch, when the movie was coming out, and some more information about the movie. So we realized that it wasn't just BBC or CNN or YouTube, but actually movie companies, entertainment industries were using this as well. And the main reason was that it has a big pull with the audience. It can really get the audience to interact with the ad, to look at it, and even listen in to what they're saying inside the ad. And for me, that was the biggest driver. So we started working on this tool, and you know, once it was done, we started using it ourselves to see how the ads were actually going. So initially, the tests were quite simple. We would test it to capture leads. We would put one of our banners on someone else's site, actually for free, and we would just test, you know, what kind of traffic we were getting, what kind of conversions we were getting. And compared to the old static ads, we were now generating 35% more leads, which, again, not a big increase, but it does mean 35% more profits every single month. And just to really put this to test, quite recently we did a product called Viral Stores, and we put a banner for another product inside that members area. And over the period of 7 days from when we launched it to when we closed that special offer that we had going, we generated $28,000 with that one product. I mean, I can't disclose everything right now, but what I will say is that we went through a sequence of steps where we first put it as an offer that people would see as soon as they land in the members area. And then, of course, you know, I got them to sign up to a bonus webinar where we get them some really cool training, and we showed them the product as well. We pitched the product and we made sales with that. So in a way, we have tried and tested this technology so much by now that we're confident to bring it out to the public.
In a day when everyone is trying to get their ads seen, clicked on, interacted with, you need some kind of an advantage, some kind of a secret weapon in order to get those clicks and those leads. And I've seen this kind of technology from the bigger companies out there. And I had mentioned to Neil before the interview, I was like, Neil, you went out and put out a product that I was working around in my head. I was slow on it. I was too slow. Neil went out and put out a product that I was thinking would be a great idea already, especially with the fact that you can integrate a video into these ads. I think that's an amazing part of it as well. That $28,000 case study that you mentioned, I know that you're going to go more into that, how you were able to do that, and how you were able to get free traffic to that through other means as well in the webinar that you're going to be doing before the launch. So keep watching the interview, everyone, but we're going to have a link above, so when you're done, make sure you click on that link so you can check out, sign up for the webinar that Neil's going to be doing. At what time? You're going to be doing it at 8 a.m. Eastern?
8 a.m., that's right, yes.
Okay, so 8 a.m. right before the cart goes open there. So I'm going to be interested to see that as well. I'll be on there on the call. Don't get nervous, Neil. Sure. I'll be there watching you
okay.
as well. Very cool. Great. Okay, so as far as this software is concerned, I mean, we can talk about it all day long.
Sure.
I'd like to take a look inside and have you show us some real examples of ads that weren't created by these billion-dollar companies, because of course they can use the services that you mentioned before that cost thousands of dollars a month. I want to see some examples of ads created with the software and take a little bit of a look into how easy or difficult it is to create.
Sure. So let me share my screen with you, and I will say this, that creating ads with this is as difficult or simple as you want it to be. So, you know, when we first started creating this tool, I had a meeting with my design and development team, and I explained to them, listen, I'm not a designer myself. You know, if you give me a software and say, okay, create your own designs, I can't use Photoshop very well. So my direction to them was quite simple. I want something that is drag and drop. I want something that is easily, you know, manageable for me and anyone else who just wants to press a few buttons and get their own ad rolling. And I mean, I just want to show you a few examples, and then I'll kind of go in and talk about that in a bit more detail. So this is an ad we recreated for the movie Skyfall. We looked at one of the banner ads that they had created, and we copied that basically. So again, I mean, exactly what they were doing to advertise the DVDs for that one. And they had a video, you know, a teaser trailer video in there, and then a logo as well. And actually, I'll just let it play for another minute or so, because you'll see another cool effect. You'll see Daniel Craig actually sliding into the ad once the video finishes. And you know, we wanted to create all these effects in place to make sure that actually, I think the video is still overlapping because it's in preview mode. We wanted to create all these effects to make sure that the ads that we create are actually good. They you know, are good for people who want to sell online, but they don't really have the skill set to create something like this themselves. And again, like I mentioned, our closest competitor actually you know, charges somewhere close to thousands of dollars to tens of thousands of dollars to create these ads. And again, this is another one that has actually been getting a lot of attention from people. So this is me inviting people over to the Ad Hero launch itself. And again, it's just a video of me talking. If I click here, the video is unmuted, and I can actually hear myself now, so I'll just mute it again. But all the details are there. And again, the ad has been created right within this software. So that's exactly what people need to do to create these ads. So just to show you a few more examples, then I'll show you how easy it is to edit them. Just another one with, again, the video embedded in there with some normal picture elements as well. And then there's another one right here. which is actually for GoPro. And I mean, GoPro does really, really cool things all the time with their marketing. So we wanted to emulate something like that. We wanted to create exactly the kind of ads that GoPro creates as well. You know, this is one of them. So you can put this anywhere on a blog, on a website, and when someone clicks on it, you can take them to any page that you want, a page of your choice. I mean, you can set everything up inside the software itself. This is another one for Colgate. Actually, I think I changed the size, but I'll show you this. So, you know, again, this ad has multiple different elements in it, and as you'll see, it plays the video, it shows the product, you know, it has a call to action as well at the end of the video. So all of that gets people engaged, all of that gets people excited and willing to participate in whatever it is that we're doing. This is last one I want to show is the ad for Avengers. Again, we tried to copy what they were doing. We tried to copy their model just so that we could recreate the kind of effects that they had. And the cool thing is that everything that is in here, and there are about 10 different objects, everything that is in here can be animated. So what I mean by that is if I click on these glasses, at the moment this is not animated, but I could say that, hey, you know, it should start at 2 seconds and it should fly in from the right? And if I didn't save that, so let me make sure it's saved. Okay, start at 2 seconds and fly in from the right, say okay, and then I can take this this logo as well and say let's animate this to start at 1 second and fly from, or rather just fade in. So if I do that and say okay, if I preview this now, you'll see that the ads, now the Avengers logo is coming in and now the glasses are coming in too. So all these animations effect are for you to fill in. I mean, it's like a toy almost, I would say. You can create a lot of cool effects with this for any ads that you want to create.
No, it looks really cool. As far as getting these all set up, how long will it take? I'm sure you have tutorials and everything in there. Mm-hmm. Realistically, for the person that is an average person out there, how long is it going to take them to be able to start creating an ad?
Sure. I mean, in terms of, let's say in terms of design capabilities, I'm quite average myself. I mean, I can't use Photoshop very well, I'll be honest. But even for me, you know, because this tool is drag and drop, it's quite easy to create the ads with it. Of course, if you want some really cool designs, some really flashy designs, you are going to need someone else's help, or you can just use some of the images or icons that we provide right in here. So you can either use those, or you can go find someone on Fiverr or Upworks or Otis as it was called, and you can get them to create some base designs for you so you can bring them into the banner. But really, in terms of creating a new banner, it is as simple as drag and drop, which is how we wanted to create this. We wanted all the softwares to be drag and drop, and nothing more complicated than that.
No, that's cool. And I'm seeing some extra capabilities. I know that there's going to be a difference between, there's going to be a basic version and there's going to be a Pro version. Are there any other things you wanted to show us in the basic version before we take a look at the Pro?
Sure. So I'll tell you about the basic version. I mean, all the ads that you create are mobile responsive, and this is very, very crucial. So everything that you create is automatically going to resize inside of a mobile device. And that's important because in this day and age, you do get a lot of traffic coming through mobile phones as well. So you want to make sure that that traffic isn't wasted. I mean, another thing actually I can show you right here with this image. Let me just click there. Okay, everything that you create, for example, it's rotatable as well. So, you know, you can rotate it as you want, you can resize it as you want, you can do a lot of things. Adding text is as simple as clicking here, and you know, just this text field goes in, and as I mentioned, you can rotate this to as you want. So it's very easy to customize it according to yourself. I mean, for the basic, for the elite version within the main software, we actually give you 14 done for you ads that are going to help you get started immediately. So if you wanted to start creating these ads for yourself quickly, it's best to get those done for you ads as well, so you can start using them quickly. Once you are ready to publish it, you just have to click this button, publish, and it'll bring you a couple of options. It'll bring up the fixed size or responsive option. So I would always recommend going for the responsive one because, you know, again, it's going to resize on mobile. You can also have settings for the player, so you can make the animation to loop. If you click on that, once the whole thing ends, it's going to loop again. So that way the ad keeps on playing over and over again. Up to you. Then you can also download the ad as an image. So in case you wanted to put it on Facebook, of course, it's not going to have any animation in it because it's an image. But in case you wanted to also have consistency and put it on Facebook, you can just download this ad and do exactly that. One more thing, sorry. So when it comes to the videos, you can actually add either a YouTube or a Vimeo video.
Okay.
Or you could go for an MP4. I would always recommend an MP4 because with YouTube and Vimeo, you always have the branding in place. It's not going to look as cool. But if you have an MP4 file, you know, it's clear branding, it's your own, so it's easy to use with that.
Now, and I'm looking at the sales page here, and you'll all be able to see the sales page preview underneath the interview. I'm seeing that you mentioned the Elite version. There's the basic, the premium, and there's the Elite. The big differences that I'm seeing here is the basic version is just, you can use it on one site, premium 5 sites, Elite is 50 sites, and there's a limitation on how many live banners you can create with the ones there. Done for you ads, that's only in the premium and Elite. They're all mobile responsive. You get the drag and drop editor in all of them. You can't change the banner size in the basic and the premium. So if you want to, so what does that mean? Like you can't.
Sure.
Go ahead with that.
I'll show you that now. I mean, let's say we have created this banner, and I mean, now you know, I don't like the size anymore. I want to convert it into, say, 500 by 500. What I can do is simply add those details in, and it's going to automatically increase the size of the banner proportionally to what it was. So if I just zoom out now and I'll preview it again, you'll see that the banner size is actually bigger now than it was before. So if you wanted to change the banner size automatically, you can do that, but only with the Elite option. Otherwise, you're stuck with the original banner that you had.
Got it. And analytics. Okay, so you've got the analytics included inside of the version on the sales page, but you need to get either the premium or the Elite version to have the analytics in there. Talk to us a little bit about how that works.
Sure. So these are the analytics that we produce with the ad. So, I mean, it's simple, but it's effective. The number of views that an ad is getting and the number of clicks that the ad is getting. So we are thinking also about adding unique views in this, but at the moment it's the total views that an ad is getting. So this gives you a good idea of what your conversion rate is like. This gives you a good idea about how many people are clicking on your ad, of course, compared to how many people are seeing your ads.
And, okay, so when you talk about unique views, it's like if someone comes to a page and then they refresh the page or come back to it, that's going to count as a view, not as opposed to, let's say someone comes to a page, then they go out, then they come back again, or it's in a banner on the sidebar. That would have been a unique view, one unique view from one unique person. This is just total views showing it.
Correct. Okay. This is total views, but like I said, I mean, we've had a few people in beta already request that they want to see unique views as well. So instead of, let's say, 643 views, they want to know how many people viewed it altogether. So that would be a lesser number, maybe 500 or so. Yeah,
I mean, and you can do the math in your head here. When you see these, of course, you're going to be figuring out, okay, like which ad performs the best there. I'm looking here, like there's some of them that are going to get more clicks than others, and you're going to want to start paying attention to the ones that are doing the best, the ones that are actually getting people to interact with them. At the same time, depending upon what your marketing is and what your goal is with your marketing, if we go back to the Avengers movie, their goal with their marketing might not have been to get people to click on their ad every time. Their goal was just to get that awareness out there. This movie's coming. They've got their trailer playing. Sometimes it's not necessarily the click that is the most important part.
Exactly, it's the branding. I mean, you know, sometimes, like, even that happens with Facebook ads. So you want the ad to be visible more often, but you don't want many clicks. So you try and pay more for clicks, but really what you're aiming for is branding. So the ad is shown more and more, but no one's clicking on it. But that's okay, because all you want for that is for people to see your name, your logo, time and time again.
Cool. Okay, so let's talk about the Pro version, because I know you've got some pretty cool add-ons for people that want to take it to the next level.
Sure. So the Pro version of the software actually comes with 70 additional done-for-you ads. 50 of those are available in different sizes, and they're all animated, so you get those ads already. And then we give you 20 additional ads for Facebook newsfeed, both desktop and mobile. So you get those 70 ads as part of the upgrade package. That's the one key feature which is available within the software. Then you're also getting the permission to create an additional 1,000 ads. Now, here's the thing, because we host these ads ourselves, our costs are quite high to maintain them for you, because we have to track everyone, we have to track all the analytics, we have to make sure that the videos that you upload, we can support the bandwidth. Because of that, there is a restriction in place, and with this upgrade, we lift that restriction and we provide you access to create 1,000 banner ads if you wanted to. Then we also give you the developer's license for this, which means that whatever ads you create, you can actually go out and sell them. You can sell them to your clients for a monthly cost, or you can just go to Fiverr and sell these ads on Fiverr. I mean, just create some, so one good really marketing plan for anyone who gets a developer license would be to take some of the ready-made ads that we provide you, to just embed them somewhere. Go to Fiverr, publish it there, say, hey, I can create ads like these for you. It's going to cost you $5, and they pay you $5, and you just create the ad. You create the embed code, and you just give them the embed code. That's it. That's how simple it is. And that's how simple the transaction is in this case. And I think it's a great way for someone who's just starting out and who wants to make some additional cash, going forward. This is a great way to get started.
Neil, I look at the amazing tools that come out every day, and just the opportunities out there with making money online. I know there's a lot of people struggling, and I was struggling for the longest time. I know that you went through that as well. There are ways of getting started, and you're maybe not making $1 million from it, but there's ways, like people that are saying, I can't even make $5 a day. I can't even make $10 a day. Like, there are ways of doing that if you're willing to just put in a little bit of effort, be a little bit creative, go out there and just try out some of these things. I'll say it, I've said it before, and I'll say it again, Fiverr is one of the most amazing marketplaces to be able to do that, and I've personally been able to make $500 a month in income from there in my spare time when I was doing a little case study for a product. So it's not something that I'm like, oh, that's a good idea, like everyone should do it, but I haven't done it. I've done it before. So this is a unique tool that will allow you to do just that on Fiverr. And you talk about selling it for $5. Sure, in the beginning, go ahead, make your offer irresistible, get your name out there, offer to do 2 of them, offer to do 3 of them for $5. Whatever you need to do in the beginning to get your name out there. But eventually, once you have your reputation, once you have your portfolio, bring it down to one high quality ad. You're going to get better with creating the ads. You're going to get, it's going to become easier for you to create the ads, and then start offering different upsells on your gig. So you can have someone pay you $10 to do it really quickly, or you can say, I'll show you how to get some free traffic to your ads for this, blah blah blah. There's just so many opportunities out there with Fiverr and with technology like this. One thing I wanted to take a look at, though, was you mentioned the embed code. Can you go back over to the analytics area there?
Sure.
And I just wanted to make it clear here, like this right here, this is all hosted on your servers. I don't need to buy a server to put this on. I don't need to have a WordPress website to put this on. You've got it all over there. When I want to put this somewhere, like let's say I wanted to put it on MikeFromMaine.com, how would I do that? How does that work?
Sure. So once you have the embed code, I'll just go here and pick one from here. Once you have the embed code, all you need to do is, just like any other HTML code, you just go and put it in the blog article, you just go and put it in the widget, in the header, wherever you want. And based on your site, again, if it's a responsive code, it's going to automatically resize. So it's very easy to plug in. It's basically copy and paste. All you have to do is just make sure that you can install it on your site. You can just copy paste it on your site, any page you want, instantly.
So I don't need to install a plugin. I don't need to put it something like, sometimes these things, they want you to put a code in your header or your footer, and then you need to put a code in here. Like none of that?
Nothing like that. Again, with this one, simplicity was the key, because I did look at that, $10,000 tool, but the problem with that was that it was too complicated. There were too many hoops to jump through. We didn't want anything like this. We know our market really well. We know that people just want a simple plug and play option, and that's exactly what we created. What
can't I do with this, Neil? What was something maybe that you wanted to do, or didn't happen? Like what's some of the, give me some negatives here.
Sure. So, like I mentioned before, I'm not a designer myself. I mean, I can't create cool designs myself. So here's the problem. Let me go back to one of the ads. Let me go to let's say this one, right? So this is ad for Colgate. I mean, this actually image is a PNG image. Now, here's the problem. If you didn't have a PNG image of Colgate already, this tool cannot invent it, right? This tool cannot take another image and cut off things so it looks clear. So you have to have those base images ready for yourself to be able to create these ads. One alternative, as I mentioned earlier, is to just hire someone on Fiverr or Odesk yourself and let them create all the base images for you so you can put them in the banner ad. But I mean, that's the one drawback. Like, I think these designs, as you can see, they were made by our team. This is something you have to create yourself if you want to be able to put it inside the ads. You can't create designs like these from scratch within the tool. And again, it's just because that would be too much. I mean, that would make it too clunky. It would make it too difficult to operate.
And if you go out there, I mean, one skill that I think everyone should learn is just a little bit of like Photoshop editing, or there's free tools out there. I think there's tools like GIMP or something that just a little bit of editing skills. I'm a horrible Photoshop editor. Like, on my Mac, I use a tool called Pixelmator, and I'll go in there and I can cut things out and I can resize things and maybe write some stuff on some stuff. But when it comes to like designing, I'm horrible at it. But here's the thing, with a lot of this, let's say you are promoting a product, you're an affiliate, you want to go out there and promote an affiliate product. All these banners are usually done for you. You can go out there and you can use, I was going to say steal, but you're not stealing it when you're you're promoting a product as an affiliate. They want you to use these images. They want you to advertise for them. That's the whole point of that they're giving them to you. Go out there, you can put an image in for it, put a little video at the top. Either if you wanted to be on video, put a video of yourself talking about it, that's great. If you wanted to use a video that they've got on there, maybe they've got a demo video, and then use that as your ad. That's probably the easiest way you could create an ad and stand out from the pack.
Exactly. And I mean, especially when you use video, it's even better because it's interactive. People actually want to listen to what you're saying as well. So they actually pay attention to ad. And let me, the ad that I had put up, people were watching it for 2 whole minutes. So let me ask you this. Which ad have you seen last time for entire 2 minutes? And not on TV, on internet? Nothing, never, because it doesn't happen. But this technology actually engages people, so they want to sit through your message, they want to see what you have to say.
And maybe that ad starts playing, and I, in a normal real-life scenario, I'm looking at a website, I'm reading an article, and I see that ad comes up on the side. The sound's not playing, so that's good. I think it's good not to have that sound start playing, because no one likes to just have that started. So I look at it, maybe I'm like, okay, that's interesting, but I go back to doing what I was originally doing, reading the article, and then maybe something comes up that gets my attention in that video. And I think that if you look at YouTube now, I know that sometimes when I go to YouTube or CNN, that these ads will come up and there'll be videos playing just like what this is doing. And it's the fact that I'm talking about it right now means that it got my attention. It entered into my awareness. And that's what you want to do here. You need to enter into people's awareness and then get them to take the action that you want them to take. Really cool. I like the pro version. I always like these opportunities of being able to take it and going out and sell it to other people. It's one of the best ways that you can very quickly recoup your investment with any kind of software out there. So definitely a great addition there, Neil. What else should people expect in the sales funnel for this?
Sure. So just in the pro version as well, there's actually another feature which for some reason I think my site slowed down because we're doing this call, but it's called Banner Rotator. So you can also test out multiple animated interactive ads against each other, and you can find out which one's converting best. So you can even put in 5 ads in there and give them a frequency. Like, let's say you want one ad to be shown 40% of the time, another one 10%, another one 20%. You can do all of that, and you can then measure up at the end which ads are converting best, which ads are getting the most clicks based on the kind of weightage that you put in. So which one's the best converting ad? And again, I mean, you were talking about Fiverr, right? So you could give that option as an upsell on Fiverr as well, that hey, I'll create you multiple ads and I'll give you I'll help you split test them. So that could be sold for $10, $15 as well, so that the person you're working for can actually check out the ads and see which one's converting well, and they know exactly which ad they need to proceed with. And I mean, trust me when I say this, for someone to pay $25 for a high converting ad, it's a very, very small cost. I mean, I would happily pay $25 for an ad that converts better than anything I have at the moment, just because I know that that would get me paid maybe 2 or 3 or even 5 times compared to what I'm getting paid now.
If someone approached me and was like, Mike, I see you're already doing ads. I see that you've got these great image ads and they look really nice, but I bet they would do better if we had them animated and we're able to get some more attention on them. How about I go out there and I create an animated ad for you, and we test it and see what converts better. Like I would love for someone to do that with me. Let me ask you this though: would I be able to create? Let's say I've got a static ad and I've got a moving ad here. Would I be able to create one that was static and one that was moving and figure out like which one did convert better?
As long as both the ads are within the tool, yes.
Okay.
You can, yeah.
Cool. So I could definitely create something like that in there.
Yes.
And a lot of people talk about it. You and I are very big when it comes to building our email list. It's the most important part of our businesses. So many people focus on the squeeze page and how well that converts, the landing page. But in order for people to actually get to that squeeze page, they need to first click on your ad there to get there. So if you're able to get the most clicks over to your squeeze page, then all this work that you've done in optimizing your squeeze page is now going to be amplified by the more traffic that you're going to have coming in with a tool like this. Love that banner rotator. Another excellent addition that you've put in here. Anything else that you wanted to show us before we move on to the next upsell?
No, nothing for this one.
Cool. Go for it.
So the last upsell is actually done for you templates. Now, again, when we did a beta webinar for this, when we showed to some of our customers, they had the same problem as I do, is that not a lot of them are designers. So they want designs, they want to be able to go in, start creating banner ads quickly, and not having to wait or hire someone else to do so. So what we've decided for upgrade number 2 is actually give people done for you ads. So we've got 2 packages there. You can either go for the $17 a month, or you can go for the $97 a year. $17 a month roughly translates to $200+ a year. So it's better to go for the $97 a year option. With that, we will give you 35 new ads every single month. So every single month, we're going to design them. Our developer's going to go in and code everything. So you can go in and start using those ads for yourself. And you'll continue to get them as long as you continue to stay a member with us.
So I could take those ads, like you've gone in, you've created some really nice looking ads. Could I go in and like swap out images and stuff with them? Like, is that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, once you load up these ads, they're like this. Everything is removable. Everything is already animated. Like I can tell you, one of the ads that we created has 30 different objects in it. So, a lot of objects in there. You can remove all the objects. You can remove some. You can put your own content in there. You can put your own images in there. You can even put your own video in there. So all these ads we've created, there's no video in them because we just didn't want to take something that wasn't relevant to you. But all the elements in there are animated. And you can just take them, remove them, replace them, do whatever you want to do. They're basically yours to use.
What's your favorite part? What are you most excited about with this software? Because I was talking with you about it beforehand. I feel like you're really happy about this one. You're very excited. There's an energy from you that I'm feeling with this one. What gets you excited about this?
I think I was discussing this with someone else yesterday. I kind of feel like Robin Hood right now because I'm kind of taking away from the rich who can afford to spend tens of thousands of dollars every month to do this and giving it to those that can't, giving it to those people that only want to spend $27, $57, buying this software and using it for themselves and their clients. So it's my way of, giving the power back to people and making sure they have the tools that they can use in their business without paying the exorbitant fee that otherwise they would have to pay to the big companies. I mean, that's number one. Number two, I do like the interface. We work very hard at this, and I like the drag and drop features. I like the fact that this is perhaps the first of its kind interactive, modern ad creator software.
Neil, thank you so much for coming on the show today. I know that we mentioned before there's that webinar that people are
Hmm.
going to have access to above the interview. If anyone wants to go and learn more about how Neil was able to make 28,000 in sales from his ad, and also how you're able to get a ton of free traffic, I think that you're going to be talking about on there.
Yeah.
I'm interested in how you're able to do that, Neil. This is free traffic is always great, especially traffic that's going to convert into sales. Anything else that you wanted to mention before we wrap it up?
Yeah, so I mean, for the webinar itself, if you're there, if you do get access to the pro version as well, I mean, I like it, I think it's great. If you do, I'm actually going to give you a done for you WordPress theme that you can set up and you can start selling this as a service instantly. So if you're interested, if you're on the webinar, let us know that you came from Mike. And if you get upgrade number one, we'll actually give you access to Ad Portfolio, which is something that we're giving to selected few people. We gave it to the beta testers as well, so they can go out and sell these ads as a service to their clients.
And that bonus there is only going to be available for people who go to the webinar and buy the first one-time offer. So they need to buy the product on the sales page, and then if they buy the upgrade with the developer's license and everything, they're going to be able to get that as well. But if they buy it after, are they still going to get it or no?
Unfortunately, I can't promise it. I mean, it depends on what kind of demand is there. And the reason for that is because, this is something that costs us a lot of money to create. We kind of want to keep it exclusive. So we'll try and restrict it. I mean, ideally only on the webinar, but, Mike, I guess, we can talk after and we can try and make an exception for anyone who gets to your link, gets access to it regardless. Is that okay?
That sounds great. I always love being able to give away free stuff to my people.
Okay, great.
Thanks, Neil. Again, really appreciate you coming on the show today, and best of luck with your launch.
And thank you very much as well.
I hope you enjoyed the interview today with Neil. If you are interested in picking up Ad Hero, you're going to want to come back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern on Thursday, August 6th. You're going to be able to pick it up at its lowest price along with my special bonuses. Plus, if you're interested in joining in on that free training that Neil mentioned in the interview where he goes over in depth how he made 28K with one ad inside their members area and how they were able to get more free traffic. Plus, also he mentioned that bonus that you're going to be able to get if you purchase that OTO during that webinar. So if you're interested in all that, click on that link above the interview and make sure you sign up here to reserve your spot and then show up at 8 a.m. Eastern, an hour before launch time. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.